Hello-y ho-ha, it is I, Cjsgoose, and we have come back to get a little bit more done. I'm just going to get everything else sorted. I'll try and get this all done soon so that we don't do this in the beginnings. We've got an island to make. There we go. Brilliant. Music is on. You can hear me moaningly talking. Moaningly? Oh, I don't know. I'm tired today. Brain isn't going to engage properly. We are trying to tidy up. Oh no, don't hit my horse. Sorry, Bonnie. It's not a good plan. We want to tidy up all of this. Oh, I thought my other horse was missing then. Just put a lot of holes in this rather than doing what I was supposed to. I'm just trying to level off basically everywhere. And we're collecting all of the blocks that we can because we need them all. We can bring this all back down, can't we? Why am I making so many mistakes? Retro, and you are the first one here. Right, I've only just started. How are you getting on today? Nearly got in there. I'm having a tired day. I don't know why. Well, and I was having a very bizarre dream. I do have a lot of really bizarre dreams, and I don't really know what this one was about. But it involved Thor, but Thor was not Thor. But might have been. It was really odd. You've had a chill day? Oh, that's good. Thanks for the likes. Right, we've got to turn all of that we can see up to that blue over there into a river. And you fixed your RC. Brilliant. That is good news because that was a problem last time, wasn't it? Now, did I put the water up the glass underneath? I did. So we should be able to remove all of this lot now. So we can't take this lot out because this is our way down. No, the next bit is our way down. This piece is the automatic let's throw our goodies upstairs thingy. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I don't want to sneeze. I'm sure I had some glass. Aha! Thank you. I'll steal that piece. Oh, so I'm leaving this in glass so I can see what it is. Oh, I think we need a block there. Then we can put the glass back in. So whenever we're downstairs and we're throwing up all of our goodies, they come up through this little system. And then they go into here, which is currently full of all of my other junk that I've been collecting. So we can do that. Oh, we do have. Oh, you've got an idea from I've got to build a boat. Well, we do need to build a boat because I haven't got my things on me. Over at the lighthouse and the lifeboat shed, we need to put a lifeboat in. And there will be boats. I have ideas for boats at other times as well. I thought I had more glass here. Let's use a pumpkin because that's clearly not part of this. I'm just trying to make it obvious that we've got something going on here without having the dirt distracting us. Now this box is a problem because we need to actually sort all of that out, and I can't decide what to do with this. We could fill it all in, but we've actually got to strip it back quite a lot. So I'm wondering if we just leave it where it is. We've got to put water in everywhere, so I'm wondering if we just leave it. We do actually need to come down another layer. Why have I come in at this layer? Alright, we'll come down another layer in a minute. I just want to strip this lot off so we can really see what we're dealing with. And not come down too far. Oh, the haste will run out soon. How far? It runs out here. Let's go and move that. Let's bring the beacon this way. You built the Titanic before? And then you lost the world? Well, if you built it once, you could build it again. Tricky, but you could. Right, let's take the beacon away. No, hang on. We can do it smarter than this. We don't need to do that. We've got plenty of iron. We just move the beacon. We really need more beacons. Alright then, well thanks for popping in. Oh, 15%, that can go quite quick when it's on 15, can't it? What do we need? About 3 stacks? I can never remember how many you need. Oh, Goosey, you've got to sort this lot out. This is becoming very annoying. Oh yeah, have a great day. Yeah, it's a daytime. It is 8:03 in the morning here, and I like the ants. Thank you. Take care, Ant. We'll see you later. So if we bring this over here, without falling would be useful. Then we can still get the beacon power. If we line it up with this one, kind of, we'll do it here. Then we can just switch the two round because we've got plenty of iron, so it's not like we need to worry. I did the same over at the house over there. Now what I've been doing is I put the 9 in the middle, and then we have to, and I go up 4 because I can never remember what size it is. Is that the one more? I can't even count today, look. Yeah, and then we can build it around the outside, like so. We know this one needs to come out again. I think that needs to come out again. Like this. Oh, I might have to chop a bit out. That's a bit inconvenient, isn't it? Let's pop this from here. I think I needed to go, yeah, I'm not out enough. Bring this around here. I still haven't learned how to do the beacon thing yet properly. Oh, did I bring iron bits? You need to put iron inside it, don't you? Which I'm always forgetting. I really think they should alter this. I've not had dealings with the beacon up until now. It just seems a bit strange that you use... Everything is the same. You can use whichever type of material. You don't gain any powers from it extra. So there's not really an incentive to go out and collect all of the netherite, for example, for a beacon. Right, so... Oh, we should have enough. Yeah, we've got enough. Then we do this. I'm still figuring it out. We put that in there. Then we want haste and tick. Aha! Right, now we have haste. And we want to sleep. Oh, thanks for the view, for the likes. We got 5 yesterday. That was really good. I can leave those other little bits of... Why is there a monster around here? What? doing the church? No. Someone's doing my church. That's bizarre. Oh, I'll sleep here then. So this is our church, by the way, and we've got in here, here, we're going to do this little, this is where our cooker is going to be, basically, and it's to make it look like there's this heating system is the idea. In my, I said my local church, what used to be my local church, I live in a different village now, they have these pipes underneath. So we were going to do that when we first started, but we never got that far because I then went on and started building lots of other things, and then we never finished anything at all. Then I kind of disappeared for about 4 months where I was poorly. So we're trying to kind of catch up, really. Right, I suppose we could knock out these trees next. I don't really know what to do. We just need to clear all this down, but it's which way to start. I think it'll be easier if we start removing one of these trees. At least we'll have a little bit of wood. It is much easier with the beacon. So we've got all of this lot to clear out, and then try and make it look like it really is a river. Well, I'm thinking it's a bit more like an estuary, to be honest, because that's the sea there, but it's not really, because we've then covered part of it up, and I don't think it's because it's then not really going somewhere. It's going to go into this wide mouth. Oh, we did take that one. It's not really going to be an estuary, I don't think. I don't really want it to be an estuary because this isn't where we want to do docks or anything like that. We will do things later on, but they're much later on, where I've not really thought about anything because we've got too many other ideas and I want to build all of those first, basically. We have to go right to the riverbed, to the river, that's what I was trying to say, which I think is here. I keep changing direction when I'm collecting the trees and I get confused and disorientated. I think there's a tree here, yeah there is. Ah yeah, looks like this bit might be where we're going up to. Not split the blocks. Now, I don't have too long today because I'm supposed to be taking my boy for a surprise. I'll tell you more about it later because he sometimes watches my streams and then suddenly joins in, and he has this knack of, I don't know how he does it really. He just starts to ask me questions. And he can find things out of me before I've even realised what he's done. And it's not even that. It's, I might have a surprise planned in my head. And then he says, can we do such and such? And then, so for example, the Xbox. We haven't been able to use it for a long time. Because I did have it downstairs. And then I moved it upstairs, where he had an old television to connect it to. But then we got him this gaming PC, So he didn't have any room now for his other monitor, this old, well, it was just a television. So I now use that as my second monitor in here, but his desk isn't quite big enough to put both of them on. So he's got a monitor for his computer, and then no TV. So we had to disconnect the Xbox, and then we put the Xbox app on. So I thought, oh, that'll be fine. But apparently it wasn't fine, because his computer can't quite handle some of the games. Sorry, I'm sounding a bit croaky again here. And Susan, hello, how are you? Thank you for popping along. If you give me a few minutes, I'll pop over and I'll show you what we've been building, because you can't really tell from here. We've been building lots of nice things. Yeah, so I then went to move the Xbox downstairs, and about 10 minutes before I was going to do it, he asked me if we could do it. And I'm like, no, I was going to surprise you and do it all, but now you've ruined the surprise, because now it looks like I'm only doing it because you asked me, not because I was going to do it anyway. He's a bit sneaky like that. Oh, thank you. I'm hoping to be honest, I try to be completely honest about what I want to do. I'm a mum to 2 children who have quite high needs. They're both, well, one of them is definitely autistic and has pathological demand avoidance, and my boy is currently going through a diagnosis of ADHD and autism, and both of them have to be home educated, and basically I'm isolated and trapped very often in my house, not able to do anything, can't go to places because everything's too tricky, although we are going out more, which is good. And I can't go to work. I tried having my own business, but I couldn't do that because I can't commit the time that I need to be able to do it whilst caring for them. So if I can, I would love to just earn a few pennies from YouTube just to keep me ticking over. I'm not asking to be a millionaire or anything like that, just a little bit of money just so that we can keep the family running, afford the things that we want to afford, and that kind of thing. And I think I have got some really good ideas, so I'm hoping that it could be worth it, if you know what I mean. Let me go and find my elytra. I'll just clear up a few more of these. I'm someone who likes to collect everything because we can then reuse everything, like turning these into bone meal, or replanting along the river edge. We are going to strip all of this out from this river all the way to the other side where we've been digging this hole. Where is it? I seem to be walking very slowly. Over here, right to there and to there, all of this has to go and then be a river. I not hurt myself? Oh, that wasn't too bad. Oh, what have we got here? Oh no, it's fine if your real name's not Susan. That's not a problem because you're on YouTube at the moment, and it's up to you if you share your real details or if you don't, and you have to be very careful what information you give out. So sometimes it can be sensible using an alias name rather than your real name. And I use Cjsgoose, so that's not even my real name. I'm not really a goose. Just, didn't want to break that to anybody, but I'm not actually a goose. Although no, I'm not. Right, where did I put my stuff? Somewhere we have things that belong to me and help me to get around. Where would I have put them? Might be in this blue one. Hold on. No, they're the other tools. Hold on. Are there rockets in there? There are rockets in here. The thing is in here. Here it is. I'll go and have a quick fly around and you can see what we've been doing because you haven't seen. But we do need more rockets because 18 are not really going to get us very far. We need wings. Thank you. Yeah, it will take a while. I'm not expecting it to be an overnight thingy. We're doing a challenge that you can only watch live streams, and you don't hit many times. I didn't understand that last piece. Hang on, let me just land. I'm trying to get this in my head. I have a few cognition issues at the minute, and I can't always just take the information on. Doing a challenge that I can only watch live streams. I've done it many times. Oh, you're doing it many times? I'm on nearly every day, so you could always, if you enjoy what I do, keep popping in here, and then that will help you with your challenge. So yeah, I'm really helpful like that. Thanks for the likes on the streams, guys. On the streamer, not it's just one. It's really appreciated. Yeah, you do it many times. Yeah, that's. Are you telling me that there's monsters here again? Not monsters. There's no monsters unless you're talking about the sheep. Hold on, we're just going. Oh, hang on. Let's go over here while it's. Okay, so this is going to be my church. I'll take you into there in a second. We've got this piece over here, which is probably already down now. This bit here floods. So it looks like there's a tide that comes in and goes out. We've been attaching everything to the ground. This is the church, and inside the church we go through the font, and it takes us to our temporary storage area, which is all of the blocks all the way around the outside, basically. And then I've done it so that it doesn't have soul sand or magma blocks, so that way we can swim up and down. Our world is really big because we were trying to find a desert, and oh, where is it? Where's my map gone? Here it is. And actually it's now much bigger than this. So we live in this middle bit here, and we've had to extend all the way out here because this part over here is our local desert, which is like 4 maps away. And we've actually extended all the way right out here somewhere, but I haven't put them up yet because I want to have a bigger wall to put it all on. How long have I been playing here on this game? Since, well, when I first started this world, it was, I think it was June or July last year. But then I took about 4 months where I didn't play at all because I was really poorly. So this is a traditional sea kelp farm, and ooh, that was a bit weird. I just got a bit lag then and just sort of froze. So in some countries, not here, I'm in the UK, they harvest sea kelp or seaweed, like this kind of thing. They have these lovely little bamboo units. They grow the seaweed and then they pull it out of the water like this up here, like we've done with these. So that's all of that. That's why that's all there. And we've been getting a lot of seaweed. Oh, hang on, that's not happening. This is all full, by the way, which I haven't moved yet. And then we've got our lighthouse, which works. Hold on, I'm just going to try and fly. And go this way. So we've just been concentrating on this. Oh, thank you. It would take you years. Oh. I think I'm a really slow builder, actually. These here are our conduits. This is our lighthouse. These ones are fake ones just to look nice. Then this is our lighthouse keeper's house. And then we realised that it was so big inside it would fit a lifeboat. So we've turned it into the lifeboat shed. You're planning to do YouTube as well? That's brilliant. And then this is the entrance. So this is to make it look like we've got a runway to come out. I call these green. I don't know if you saw Hermitcraft season 7. It was really funny. And he uses these and makes himself look, they just make him look like he uses them as himself. It's really funny. So this is inside the lifeboat shed, and we've got a roller shutter door and a big chain down the end, and then we've got little seating areas, and then we can go up here. Now in a real lifeboat place, lifeboat shed in Chroma, you can actually walk around you can visit where the lifeboat sits, and you can walk around here and the gallery, and you can look down at it. So we placed all of this bit in, and then we go up here. Oop, if we can get up here, and then in the top we've got the offices for the little bedrooms for the lifeboat crew, and they've all got the coast trim. They've got leftover maps, so I like keeping everything. So we put these are all our treasure maps that we found. So they've all got the same armor trim except for these 3. This one technically was a mistake, but this is the number 3 in charge, number 2 in charge, and this is the lead coxswain. So he's the one in charge of the lifeboat, and he's got a little bit more of an office space. So does this one. And then I got the big chandelier coming down at the front. So I'm quite pleased with this. I'm trying to finish off everything to do with this whole section. I'll go around here, and then come back down. Oop, no, go down. Okay. And then inside here, I did it so we can just walk through the portal. This is inside the lighthouse, and it's actually a mob farm. And if we wait, we should see some things falling. There we go. Any more? Hi. Anybody else? Hello. Hello. There we go. There's another one. I don't know. I'm a really creative person, and I have a degree in textiles, and I did art and design at college, and I want my to be self-employed, having my own craft business. But Minecraft is just a game. We get all of this. Oh, actually, I think we need to be emptying this soon. I forgot about that. Minecraft is a game that you can just be extremely creative in. But I really like the survival challenge of it as well. But I also use real life as inspiration. So this is based on a real lighthouse in a place called Haysborough, which people would pronounce as Happisburgh. It's quite funny. And this building here is also based on real life. This is the Winter Gardens in Great Yarmouth. Let's see if we can land over here. Oh, we can. Yep. And it's this old 1900s building, which is they're just about to spend about 18 million. I can do a little bit of redstone, but not much. But I want to improve, and I like to do so. My lighthouse works up the top, and it comes on at night time, and then it goes off at the day. And then down here we have our Guardian and Iron Farm. So I came up with this idea where we use 120 villagers in this box above the Guardian Farm. And then what happens is they spawn the iron golems, which sometimes we can see. It does take a few minutes when we've just been here. They spawn the iron golems, and then they go down at the same time as the guardians. It's a bit laggy because obviously we have 120 villagers. Oh, and then there is one more thing that we've done. Oh, this is going to be my house, by the way. So there's one tower. This is where we're moving to when we get ourselves sorted. So what you can see here, all of this is going to be my house. We'll fly over that in a minute. Zedbo, hello, how are you? I'll show you my redstone piece in a second. Oh yeah, these are the villagers in here. Still can't see the golems at the minute. So the villagers live up there, and the golems spawn down there. We had a bit of a hiccup with it yesterday, where somehow some of the villagers were escaping. I think it is working again, but they seem to have managed to find a way to get down scaffolding, which I didn't think was a thing, but I'm wondering if it's when they're cramming. Ah, okay. Oh, thank you for coming back anyway. sometimes it's always better when you've got people that can chat on the stream, because then you can direct the questions. And then in here we have our special, we've got to finish it off. This is our lush cave and geode that we built all of this. This was all so underneath the Guardian farm, but a lot of this we had to dig out. There's actually a geode here in the middle, and then we've extended it out and we've added all of this river in. So we've added all of this, but there is actually a geode right in the middle, and we've brought all of this through, and then that's where the guys go through. I'm going to try and drain that off actually and see if we can make it work a bit quicker, but when I first did it, the Guardians kept getting stuck. They're getting stuck there again actually, but they kept getting stuck and were bouncing at the top, so I had to put some water with magma block to pull them down. So then there's all of this. So we've got to finish it off though. Yeah, hang on, have I just seen that? You did say anything about redstone. Yeah, I can do some redstone, but not as much as I would like. Thank you. And then we've got this area here is like there was a civilization here, but for some reason they've all gone and we don't know why. This part is a slime chunk, so I made it look like maybe an old ballroom or something like that, and the golems helped to sort it out. And then that goes all the way back up there, and then underneath we built this bit, which is like an old terracotta pipe, and then it's all overgrown, so this must have helped the building upstairs. Where is it? Anyways, we've got a little secret room in here. Little secret treasure room. I haven't actually got anything in them. Gotta put stuff in. Oh, thank you. Well, if I get redstone questions, I'll certainly be asking if we can do different things. That goes to another geode, and the pipe goes the whole way around, and the collection system is underneath here. Or do I have to go up and round again? Yeah, we have to go up and round again. I made it so that you have to use this, and then sometimes it's a bit annoying. We will have another entrance, but I don't see the point in building something but then never seeing it. So I want it to be, you have to walk through, but we will try to speed it up at some point. Hang on. Oh wait, we'll go back and do some work in a second. So then this is underneath, and at the minute this is the collection system, and it's where we imagine that there's 3 geodes coming up. So we've got this one coming up from the ground, this one has completely covered the tube, and then there's this one here, and then they spread through. And like I said, there is actually that bit there that you can see is a real geode, and then they all die in the bottom of here. But for some reason they've got, no, that's my other golem. Because we sometimes get the odd slime, but we get about 400 to 500 ingots an hour on here. It's really good. It works really, really well. And we did have a whole bunch of froggies, but some of them seem to have disappeared. Thank you. I've got so many ideas, it's absolutely ridiculous in my head. I have drawn out some ideas as well. And basically what we're doing is the goose has moved into this world, and she's nice. Oh, nice building. I don't know, I thought I'm a really slow builder actually when I do things. I don't know. I think everybody does things differently. Yeah, so the goose has moved into this world, and she's going to be nice and not very, just wants to live here in harmony with everybody else. But there's an evil wizard that's going to come and try and take over the realm, and he's going to control the goose at times and make her build things that she doesn't want to build. That's going to be my house there. And then if we fly up here and we attempt to land, because I'm rubbish at landing, and we watch the lighthouse, it should come on. There's a bit of my redstone. That took quite a long time to make. but I knew what I wanted. I wanted it to specifically go all the way around. But it only comes on at night time. It works on a daylight sensor, so it goes off when the sun comes up, and then it comes back on at night time. And this is, we've been building this cliff with lava casting, so it looks a bit odd at the minute, but we're going to hopefully finish it all off. And this is our little fishing dock area at the back. This is where we've been working. So we're thinking of adding this sort of red scar in the cliff, which would explain where all these red bricks have come from. And then there'll be some white scars, like with some diorite and different things. This is bone block, by the way. So we've got all of that to do. And then we've brought it all the way down to the ground. That's what we've been doing over the last few days, is bringing it all the way down to the ground. Just go away, look. You're just mean and horrid, and I don't want to play with you. Right. You want to play as well with my sword. Oh, there you go then. That's what happens when you play with my sword. So we've been doing all of this, and we've brought all of, if I see if I can just go through all of the cliff all the way down, all the way over there. That's another conduit, and that's how we're going to build all of ours. And then we've brought all of this around. This has taken quite a while to attach it all to the ground because it was all floating. Flaps, hello. Oh no, I don't have anyone join. I'm sorry. We might do something one day about doing something, but I don't really like doing all of that kind of thing. Not at the minute. I'm still trying to figure everything out. So yeah, and this will be my house. But thank you. So let's go and have a quick snooze, and then, because it's dark again, and everything tries to eat me when it's dark. Can I sleep here now? Why does it still insist on telling me there's silly monsters when there are no monsters? There must be one hiding somewhere. Right, we'll sleep here. And then we'll get back to work. So that's what we've been doing anyway. But I've got about another 6 trillion ideas. And as the evil wizard starts to try and take over, we'll be doing more projects. When I reach 300 subscribers, we're going to build a new XP farm. We do have a triple spider spawner as an XP farm, but it's just not quick enough. It's just the whole Bedrock thing of not being able to put your inventory, your items in your offhand. Just makes everything take so long. Right, we didn't bring another spade with us. So we've got to clear all of this lot out. But it's really handy because we need so many materials to build the cliff. So it's going to help us with that problem as well. So that's why we're sort of mixing the two together. Sometimes we're clearing some of this, sometimes we're building the cliff. But I just wanted to sort of clear it down to sea level so we can get an idea of how big this thing is. I've tried to give you an impression on the YouTube image, stream image, because I took it into Photoshop and sort of changed it up a bit so you can see the idea of how big an area we're making into the river, which is actually a really big area. I'm also really annoying that I love collecting all of my blocks. I don't like leaving them. That's really annoying. We need another spade. Why did I want to start YouTube? That's a really good question. Basically, I absolutely love Minecraft. I love its everything about it. The way that you can be creative with it, or you can be a PvPer, or you can be technical with the redstone, or you can combine all of it together. I think there's just so many options that it's just really clever. And when I started to play the game, which originally I told my children they couldn't have because I thought it was rubbish, which I highly regret. I'm going to have to go on to these ones now. I then realised that when I'm playing a game, I actually don't like playing it on my own. I feel guilty all the time playing the game. So I want to play for someone to enjoy it. Otherwise, what's the point of me doing it all? For me just to hog it all and have this world. But then I feel like I shouldn't be playing it. I feel really guilty. And then I would do something and it'd be so stupid. I'd be like, why? I need to share this with somebody. If I had have done this right from the beginning, which I wish I had have done, I had so many crazy things, like discovering what a snow golem was by accident when I was placing pumpkins to try and help me find my way home because I'd get lost all the time. I accidentally put a pumpkin down and turned it into a snow golem, and I was like, I'm sure that snow just moved out of the corner of my eye. And then I turned around, I was like, what is that? And then I thought it was this creature that was going to attack me, and I had to research what a snow golem was because I had no clue, and you can't get that first bit back. It was just absolutely, oh, it's just funny. So I wish I had have done all of that to begin with, but then I thought I just need to share it with someone, so I thought I would try and maybe earn a bit. I'm not filling those in. Maybe earn a little bit of money if I can, but obviously it takes a long time. And then that way I can play the game, and also it gives me some of me time. I don't get me time, not very often, and you'll tell on here my children are often disturbing me during the streams, so we can't have pristine streams like other people do. That's not a thing here. But basically I wanted to share my world and my ideas. And it makes me play. It's like being on holiday when I'm doing this. I feel like when you fly around the world, I love going on little adventures and exploring. I feel like I've just gone on a long holiday somewhere. What about you guys? Why do you want to do it? What type of do you play as well? Bedrock, Java? Oh, has anyone seen the new thing about the Bedrock shaders? YouTube, not YouTube. Mojang are just doing something to do with that. I'm going to need some blocks to get up here. I hate these ones. These trees are really annoying. As long as yours... Well, I think that's brilliant, plebs. As long as your streams work, they will be pristine. But you know what I mean? Some people have theirs, they're all really polished, aren't they? And mine are not polished. Often, there have been many times recently where I have been almost half asleep when I'm trying to stream, and I have to stop before I actually fall asleep on the stream because it's just so, I'm just so exhausted because this really annoying thing that's whatever it is that I've got makes me so exhausted. I think what they're saying is it's basically exhaustion. That's why I'm so exhausted. I don't know how to fix it. It's really annoying me. So, but yeah. But also, like at the beginning of the streams, I'm having to do my little sound checks, and I don't know. Oh, you play Bedrock and Java. Which one do you prefer then, Susan? Unpacking, and I'm planning on streaming because... Ooh! Just out of interest, right? This is going to sound really silly, but when you're playing unpacking, does it involve unpacking things? Because all right, let's ask a slightly different question to get back to this. Does anybody play FIFA? Because my boy plays FIFA Mobile and FIFA, and then he says he has to do this thing called packing, and I look at him and I go, that's not packing, that's unpacking. So apparently there's this new word called packing, which is to do with this FIFA game. I'm not sure, I think it's in both, I'm not sure, FIFA Mobile and on the PC. And when you get these new packet of cards, you have to pack them, which is when you're actually unpacking them to see what they are, but it's called packing. I don't get it. Does anyone understand that? Your friend plays a lot of FIFA. Oh, you play FIFA? Oh, right, good. So you all play FIFA. So do you understand what I'm saying? When you get one of these new players, which is, sort of in a packet, and then they open it up, and sometimes you get a walkout, and sometimes you don't. He calls it packing. And every time I say, no, you're unpacking it, because you're opening the packet. But apparently it's still called packing, because that's the trendy word for it. So what do you guys all call it? Then I can tell him. Can I be right though, please? Is that an inventory full? Oh, okay. Maybe empty the inventory so that we can carry on collecting the blocks that we need. Oh, we don't have ones. YouTube because of that lonely. Yeah. Oh. Well, that's very sad, and I'm sorry to hear that that's how you feel. I can understand that, because I have a lot of lonely times, and I'm, like I said to you before, I'm trapped and isolated a lot, and I'm trying to work on my own mental health, and the doctors think that I'm having a lot of troubles at the minute because of these kind of things, where I've been trapped and isolated. I've been a carer for basically 15 years for either 1, 2 or 3 people. I'm totally isolated from everybody. Most of the time it's just us 3, and it's very hard work nearly all the time. My husband passed away in 2016, and I became a widow at the age of 37, which is, not fun. And so I'm actually just putting myself through some counselling again. I've had it before. I'm putting myself through counselling to try to help me, and I can really get the understanding of why YouTube can make you feel better, because I absolutely love talking to you guys, and you all make me feel better. No, why are you here? Don't you try to shoot me. I've got my arrow out first. Go away. No, I don't want to be bubbly. I'll take your banner though. Yeah, when I'm talking to all of you guys, I do feel a lot better. What? No, that's not tolerable. Go away. Shoot, we don't want 2 of you. We don't like 1 witch. Hello, Mr. Chicken. Hi, are you okay today? Yeah? Good. I don't have any seeds. No, and then you'll be my friend and follow me around, so we're not doing that because that's creepy. I want my block. No. Shoot. Why are there so many bad guys out here today? Normally I sleep, and I don't have any torches. I don't want to play with you. You go bang and you blow up all my stuff, and then I put holes everywhere, and I don't want holes everywhere. I want nice flat things. I just want to get the stuff from the witches. The game is about unpacking boxes, organising items in multiple different rooms. Ooh, that sounds good. Not for me, but for my daughter. She loves doing things like this. She loves organising things. Got my axe. This guy's going to try and kill me. Got you. What is the game called? You can put it on here because I want to tell my daughter. My boy might be interested. He's not as interested in that kind of thing. So anyway, you didn't answer my question. Do you guys call it packing or unpacking in FIFA? I need to know so I can brag if I'm right. Bragging's wrong. We don't brag. Shoot. No, I'm not going to give him the seats because then he'll follow me around. And I really don't want him to follow me around. And I don't have the headphones on, so we'll move you here, creeper. You can see that one. Shoot. You call it unpacking because you unpack something. Brilliant. He calls it packing. I don't get how you can be packing it if it's unpacked. Apparently it is the word. Yeah, exactly. I'll hit you with a fish because apparently that's the option I've got. Brilliant. Thank you for sticking up for me. I mean, obviously if he was here he would be giving you a little bit of an argument because he's really funny. I love my boy. Well, I love both my children. They're funny. So what can we talk about today? What is your... I'll tell you what. Oh, no, you don't play FIFA, plebs. It's your friend that plays it. Are you all into football? Oh... That would be American football. No. Soccer for you, wouldn't it? Susan, what part of the world are you from? I don't share exact details, just the country. I'm really interested in all the countries everybody comes from. I have people from all over the place. Yesterday we had Red on, who comes from Tasmania. Oh, you got to go? Oh, no, that's all right. Thanks for popping along. Anyway, if you need to do any more of your challenge, I'm here nearly every day, so I'll be happy to help you with your challenge. Oh no, the boy's here. Hello. Hi. Everyone calls it unpacking. What do you mean you know? You do. Are you spying on me?
My room is on the other side of this wall.
We've been busted, people. We've been busted. You've been listening to me on the other side. No. Shoot. No. Go. No, baby. Go. No. Oh, that baby just flew. Why is there a creeper in my water stream? Get out. Haha, got you. One of this alarm. You can stay? Oh, brilliant. So which country did you come from? I know! He's got really good hearing. Really good. Yes? Yes. It's not raining, is it?
No.
But you've got a butt voice.
But the shepherd top roof.
Yeah. It's
drenched.
Okay.
But it's not raining.
So it was raining, but not raining now.
No.
Okay.
So what time are we going to leave?
No, not 9 o'clock. We've got to be there for 11 o'clock, and it's only about 15 minutes away.
Yeah, let's call it some film.
Yeah, I know. I was just reminding you that it wasn't, miles away. Well, you're not getting a long road trip. This is my boy, AJ Mook, and like I said, he likes interrupting my streams. Sorry, what?
Better not be school.
No, it's really not school. School's closed for now. Do you think I'm going to give you a surprise? Would that be a nice surprise, people, of taking my child to a school? No. He's currently home educated as well, so yeah, this is going to be a really nice surprise in inverted commas. Go away, Mimi. I saw you. No, this guy with a bow and arrow trying to kill me. Well, you can go if you want.
No.
Oh no, we've run out of
So have you found any place?
You're from the Netherlands? Oh my goodness.
And half Scottish.
Yeah, I got the half Scottish, but my daughter, we call her Miku on here. She doesn't like having her name shared. She is absolutely loves everything to do with the Netherlands. So she would love you. So you're already her favourite person, and she's not even met you.
It's a bit weird and sus.
It's a bit weird and sus, is it?
Yeah.
What does this guy want? Go.
Do any of you
Shoot.
play FIFA 23?
Oh, I don't know if you heard that. The Mook would like to know, does anybody play FIFA 23? The Mook has been playing some older FIFA games, haven't you? We picked some up in a
FIFA
CEX store.
16 is the one that I've been able to play. But the other ones, when I tried to download them, it downloads a little bit, like 1 gigabyte, then it stops.
Well, maybe we need to...
FIFA 19, I have that one, but it's not downloading.
Did you... Is that the one I cleaned?
Yeah.
It's still not working. We might need to see if we can get like a repair thingy.
Yeah.
We bought some from a CEX store, so they're all second hand. Yeah, we could do. We could try
They might
something.
have a budget. Maybe
I mean, we paid 50p for one of them, so I suppose we can't be too grumpy that it didn't work. You got FIFA 19? Yeah. So what's everybody's favourite sport then?
Football.
I've got plebs on here, so plebs, that would be soccer to you.
Okay.
Got to get it right, because
I'm not a fan of saying soccer.
no, we're really not fans of saying the
But
word soccer,
because
are
there's
we?
an American, I guess. You have McDonald's Wi-Fi.
You've got McDonald's Wi-Fi. Oh no, the Mook's going to say something about that.
I think you might need to just get a little bit better Wi-Fi than McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Why?
Basketball.
Basketball? Basketball? Oh, that's
I've got
different. Do you play
basketball.
basketball in the Netherlands? I couldn't tell you. We don't really do basketball over here.
No, because we're not a country that really likes basketball.
We play netball. The girls play a lot of netball over here, but not...
That's not basketball.
Well, it's very similar. Netball and basketball are very similar.
Don't worry, I know the difference. Okay.
Okay.
We can call it football.
Okay. Do you watch American football? We don't really like that. Well, I don't.
No, I like normal football. Our football.
I don't mean that nastily. Just don't like it.
Where you actually kick the
I was
ball.
there was a lot of rugby in my family. That's like
Oh,
baby turtle, hello. Hi. I nearly jumped on your head. How are you today? Oh, you look so teeny tiny. Oh, I like you.
Mum,
Yeah,
Clip said, I'm not particularly interested in sports, but I guess I'll say tennis since I play that. And I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but Susan said, well, I'm a pro in basketball since I was young, but I never won one sport.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah, my sport is playing Minecraft. Does that count? No, it doesn't. Actually, I got into jogging. I've never been a sporty person, ever. When my husband was alive, we used to play, we did used to do some sports because he was extremely sporty. And he taught me tennis, and I quite like badminton. We played some squash.
What's sport?
Oh, that's
Just
where you...
drink squat. And then call it
Yeah,
a game.
that's my sort of sport.
So you drink
Except it'd have to be
squash, then you
tea,
call
wouldn't
a
it?
game. It's not squash though.
I know, that's not fair.
And tea is disgusting.
You haven't even drunk any tea, really.
I have.
Okay, not much.
It's so bitter.
No, tea is the best.
No, it's not. Coffee would probably be better.
You haven't even had coffee, and you are not allowed coffee.
Why?
Because you know why. My boy is hyperactive. Can you imagine having a hyperactive boy having coffee?
It would help me in football.
It would not. A healthy diet will help you with football.
12 cups of 1 milligram of coffee.
Really?
Before my training matches.
I'm thinking that's not a good plan.
He said, he or she said, have you done a face reveal?
Technically I do have a picture of my face somewhere on one of my channels. I think if you go to my website of cjscrafts.co.uk, which at the minute I'm not doing my craft things, but when I get back into it, in the about page I think there is a photograph of me there.
No, there's also a video of you singing really fast.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to go that one, so it's fine. Yeah, there's also a video of
having a foot usually helps with football, is what I've heard.
Yeah, that I can imagine that would help, but there are some people who what was that you were showing me some videos, Mook, of some people with disabilities that play football. Can you tell me about that? They're really
basically good. If you have like one leg or like a prosthetic leg, you can't really play football. So if you have crutches, you can lift yourself up and shoot.
I mean, I didn't get that last piece. It sounded.
So if you have crutches, you can lift yourself up and then you can shoot.
Oh, you can shoot. Sorry, I didn't understand that last piece. Yeah, there's the Mook was showing me.
You can even be in a wheelchair.
These some videos of people who have teams who have disabilities. Yeah, they have all these different disabilities, but they all play football professionally.
Yeah.
Just amazing. Some people, like he was saying, only have one leg, and they can still play and score in football.
A prosthetic leg wouldn't really be that good in football because, like,
I don't think they were allowed them, were they? Didn't you see?
No.
I think they weren't. I'm not
really
sure.
Attached.
I think it was because it could become a hazard.
Yeah, because it could just like fly off.
Or hit somebody and hurt them. You know, if you get hit with a normal leg or a prosthetic leg, I should think it hurts.
Yeah. Like a normal leg hurts.
You know, if you accidentally crash into somebody. I'm not 100% sure on that. So I think if someone doesn't... Get off the sheep! You're a bad doggy! No! Bad doggy! Bad! No! Look at those horrid red eyes! Don't you tell me that you didn't have horrible red eyes. I saw you. You're mean. Now I can't even pick up the debris because my inventory is full again. You're just evil. Oh, sorry, what is that? But hang on, let me just read. Yeah, really my people with disabilities. Yeah, so in 2018, I can tell you who that was. That was Oscar Pistorius, who sadly then got convicted of murder and is currently residing in prison. He was very inspirational. He had no legs. He uses blades, and he was a really an inspirational person, but then sadly got convicted of murdering his girlfriend, Reva Steenkamp, I think it was. It was all very sad. So he's currently in prison in South Africa. But yes, anybody with any type of disability, be it a neurological condition or any other physical one, they are really inspirational. And I tell you who, there was a lady, I think Jane Tomlinson, I think her name was. She had been diagnosed with cancer and told that her diagnosis was terminal. But for something like 7 years... Yes, darling.
And can I have a bit of gum?
Yes. Can you say goodbye to my nice viewers, please? Because they've been very kind.
Bye, Plebs and Susan.
And any future people.
And any other people on the, that might not be on the...
No listening into my conversations from the other room.
Why?
Why? Because, you know.
I can't help it that we're just literally one thing in the world.
I know. Anyway, yeah, and so she raised something like, I don't know, it was millions of pounds. So she started doing jogging and running and lots of different things, and she was raising so much money. And she actually somehow survived for 7 years, I think it was, with her terminal diagnosis. And you put every bit of her energy into trying to raise money for the charities to do with her cancer. It was You're sorry to interrupt me again. Yeah.
But I'll just look.
Aww. Well, hopefully it will stop again. I'll have to see what happens, darling. It's only 9 o'clock. Oh, it's raining. That's not good. See, I told you I couldn't tell you what the secret was because he'd be listening in. Didn't I? That was my fault. Yeah, and there are some really, really inspirational people out there. And I'd like to be an inspirational person, but that's really not going to happen. Might do one day. Oh yeah, Susan, you gotta go. Yeah, see you later. Right, we are. I'd like some stone now, if I could. We're getting to the stone layers. We got some poking through here. I'm glad I moved the beacon over here. It's made it a bit easier. Can I have my get me my block back? Doggy, you look like you're on a mission. Oh, we don't have a bucket. We have a cow. I forgot with Bubbly. Don't let me go to my villagers while I'm Bubbly. Completely forgot about that. I just got to keep an eye on this spade as well. I'm getting the hang of the beacon a bit better now. Stripping off just one layer is working quite well. You're going to be right back. Emma. Emma, be right back. I'll see you soon. I'm going to go to eat some more food. Oh, I don't have music. I need music. I'm someone that loves music. Just can't get the headphone thing sorted. Oh, mind you, we might have. I'm going to try some AirPoddy things. They're not AirPods. I bought membership for my children to Norwich City Football Club. And we support Norwich City. And one of them got some. They both got a gift, which I didn't realise they got. And then one of them got some earpod thingies with Norwich City logos on. So I'm going to try those because they won't use them. So I'm going to try those and see if I can Bluetooth them to my computer. But I keep forgetting to charge them up. So expect this to maybe happen in a month or so when I've finally remembered to give it a try and charge them up. I'll go to sleep in a second because there's a lot of bad guys and I don't like the bad guys. They're mean and horrid and they try to kill me a lot. This is quite a big area to clear out, isn't it? We can get this tree down now. Did we get it all? Oh, wrong button. Alright, we've still got it. Oh, I was kind of hoping that we'd have everything there, but we don't. So, we're going to have the bad guys. Haha! Okay, Doggy, you're doing a good job over there. No! No! Did you see that? The doggy got killed protecting us from the skellybone. He needs a grave. There's more bad guys coming. Lots more bad guys. Right, we'll have to go and give the doggy a grave. Rest in peace, doggy. Go away. Just trying to work, okay? That's all I'm trying to do. Oh, I hope it doesn't get called off today. We've been waiting for about 2 months to do this. Did you kill another dog? You evil skeleton! 2 graves. We have to have 2 graves now. don't let me forget. We've got 2 graves to put in. The doggies who bravely battle to keep our land protected. Look, I'm just trying to get to this dirt, okay? How many more layers have we got? About 3, I think. 1, 2, 3, oh, 4 to get down to sea level. Full now? I think that's kind of full. Go away. Let's just fill up all of these tubs that we've got down here. That seems to hurt when I do that. I'll try to sort these all out. I do like things sorted and organised. Let's take those out and swap them with some of these. Then at least we've got one that's complete, full of dirt. We need to get rid of that now. Don't want to. I suppose we could take it down just a little bit more, couldn't we? What did I want to do? Sleep and... was that it? Oh, graves. Okay, we'll sleep and then we'll put the graves... No, we'll sleep first because others are going to get killed. Can we sleep down here now? No. There must be a mob stuck there somewhere. Let's go in here. Have a look. Here's our other bed, and then we go out the other end. Just have to watch here because we get a lot of mobs up on here, and then they land on you. So we've been dumping all of these gravestones around the back. We are going to have proper graves at some point when we've done all of this. Right, so 2 doggies gave their lives protecting Goose from Skell. Oh, hang on, I didn't put the date on, did I? Hold on, we need to put the date. Gonna have to get more signs. These are not all my graves. There are a lot of my graves. For some bizarre reason, I died a lot in this world. And what is the date today? It is the 6th of the 8th, 23. Okay. So let's go back over here. I'm having a little party over there. Oh, there's a lot of mess here. Don't like mess. I try to ignore it all, but it drives me crazy. So we've got these big old trees here. Let's start taking these down. You hath returned. Oh, we can't take them down because I've just taken all the blocks out of my inventory. We've just written a grave for the 2 doggies that sacrificed their lives to save from us, to us for the 2 doggies that sacrificed their lives trying to protect us from the skeletons, and we didn't even know them. I know what I'm trying to say. Maybe. Maybe I know what I'm trying to say. Maybe I don't. Right. Coming down the next layer, which is good. Let's get this next piece off. I just wonder whether I think we just sort of stop there. I know! 2 of them. 2 different ones. Skeletons shot them, and the doggies were defending themselves to the end. So they have graves now. Well, they have temporary graves. We're going to, once we've built the church up, we're going to do a proper graveyard. It was something that I saw on somebody's YouTube video. I have no idea what it was. When I saw it, it was a really long time ago. And every time they died in the world, they just gave themselves this little sign or just like a step or something like that. And I really loved the idea of giving yourself graves in your world every time you die. And then it's got quite silly because there's a lot of things that have died in this world and they get graves too. Not everything, because otherwise it would just be crazy. But sometimes, like, I've accidentally shot a fish, so that one's got a grave. I accidentally killed a dolphin when I was building the Guardian farm. They got a grave. I think there was more than one. That kind of thing. I'm finding some stone again now. That's really good. We need stone. Don't pretend you want to be my friend. I see you. I don't really like having the dogs or the cats. I find it really annoying. And actually, as much as I love them, I don't even like the alleys. They follow you around everywhere. It's so creepy. But we will have them all. But then we're going to sit them down in a place. And then they can just call that home. I don't like being followed. I thought I would use the alleys much more than I do. I will still use them all. I mean, I do have them, but they just follow you everywhere. You might do that in your world. Yeah, I love it. So that's one reason why we need the church. I love churches. Just to me, I don't know. I'm not a religious person as such. I just find churches calming, and they're just all normally really beautiful buildings. We have really lovely churches around here where I live, sort of 700 to 900 years old, some of them, and they're just, I don't know, there's just something about them. And so I really wanted to put a church in my world, and then I thought that would be a brilliant place to put these graves so we can have a churchyard. And so once we've cut this island off, then we'll know what piece of land we're actually dealing with. We've got this sort of peninsula bit on the end, and so we're going to sort of separate it. I don't know if I'm going to separate the animals. I think I might, I might separate the animals from mine, because you've got in the Victorian era they had a lot of dog cemeteries. Pet cemeteries. So I might do something like that, where we put all the animal ones in a pet cemetery. Are we full? Oh, hold on. Let's just put that one torch down. No. Oh, you silly old goose. That was not what I was trying to do. Yeah, well, that was my plan in this world, was I'm not going to die because I want to practice for a hardcore world. And then about 10 minutes in, I got stuck in a death loop. So I was like, oh, I'll be dying a lot then. And then since then, I'm going to try and put it onto a video, but I got stuck in a death loop with the warden, and I died, it must have been 30 or 40 times. And I still haven't been able to go to the ancient city because I got stuck in such a death loop and I can't get through it. and the only way I was able to get out in the end was how did I do it? I can't even remember. Oh, I had to destroy my bed, so my bed was obstructed, so I'd respawn back at home. It's the only way I could get out of it. It was an absolute nightmare. But it looked like part of the reason is because there was a glitch in the programming at the time, and then they fixed it. I think the same day. I think a hot fix came in the same day that I got stuck in that death loop. So if I had gone the day after, I might have been alright and not had it quite so bad. But basically what was happening is the mobs were triggering the sensors outside of the area, and so even though I hadn't triggered them, the warden was being triggered before I could even do anything, and then I just got stuck in it. It was hilarious. Oh, you're back. Hi. Yeah. You died almost 3. Yeah, but you almost died. There's a difference, you see. I did die a lot. So there's I put it on there's a short on there of me in my death loop with, there was a spider, a witch, a zombie, and it was right at the start of the game. I fell in a hole. I didn't realise it was there because I'm not very good at looking in the dark. And I fell in this hole, and then I just got stuck. I think I must have died 4 or 5 times. It was funny. We were just discussing in the graveyard. We had 2 doggies that got killed fighting bravely against some skeletons. So I've just given them some graves. And Pleb likes the idea of having a cemetery for every time you die, which is what I'm doing. Unfortunately, it has a lot of deaths in it already, which it really should not have. In my previous world, I barely died ever. I don't understand why. I think I'd taken quite a long time off the game, like about a year, because I got fed up with my world being so corrupted. And then I was trying to do streams, but then I had to get a better computer because you couldn't watch them. It was just too bad. And then my world was corrupted, so I restarted this one and all sorts. We're getting there, look. It's coming down. I've got a lot of progress. From poor to rich, which level of rich to poor are you? Well, okay, I think that's a really interesting question, and I'm not shy of telling you. I always say, basically, we have no money. We live on a day-to-day basis. That's not, but in terms of the world, we are far richer than many other people. There are many countries where people, I've read about these really horrific stories where I can give my child food, or my children food, every single day. It may not be the best food, but they get food. And in some countries they are so poor and they have nothing that they have to make mud cakes to feed their children, to give them something, and it's actually made of mud to feed them. And I heard of something else where they are also so poor they don't they warm up stones and they give them stones to suckle on to try to soothe the children's hunger. And that is horrific in a world where there is so much money. So I am poor, but I'm not, if you get what I mean. And if I was ever a millionaire, I would love to help people. I just think it's awful that there are so many millionaires and billionaires in the world, and there are so many people that are starving and don't have homes, and there are children that sleep on cardboard boxes because they have nowhere else to sleep, out on the streets. in the cities. It's horrible. Oh, no, that's fine, thank you. That's not, I don't ask for anything like that at all, but that's very kind of you. I would never tell you if there was an emergency with money on here anyway, but thanks. That's very sweet and very appreciated. Where are we? We're doing okay. We're actually a little bit better than what we were because my daughter's DLA got pushed up because she can't really do very many things for herself, and so her level got changed, and that's made a huge difference to us actually. It was a bit more of a struggle before, but like I said, there are lots of people in this world who are far worse off than we ever will be, and that's how we keep ourselves going. You know, we have had a very horrific ordeal with life so far. We're still nowhere near as bad as a lot of people. We need some more of these. I'll take some of those. What am I trying to do here? I'm just trying to split it up a bit more, so that when I pick up some, I don't get them all. Yes, actually, he is. Oh, I see what you mean. I've just reread your emergency thing. Sorry, I misunderstood. Sometimes when you're trying to read them quickly, there's still a monster somewhere. I don't get it. Yeah, if there's an emergency, you try to donate. Yeah, that's always good. Yeah, Mr. Beast is lovely with his money, and he tries to earn as much to give as much away, which is lovely. But there are actually other people like that. So Bill Gates, he gives millions away, as far as I'm aware, of his money. So if you don't know who that is, he created Microsoft with someone else, I think. And yeah, him and his wife, they've just recently split up, but they have these massive charities and they give a lot of stuff away. And I think Paul McCartney is planning to give all of his money away and not give it to his children when he dies, as far as I know. So there are people that do stuff. Get off my blocks, they're my blocks. Did you take my block with you when you died? Is that a thing? I think you stole my block. Try and get these. Get in the hole, Goose. But yeah, I'd love to be rich. I've always had dreams of being a millionaire and helping lots of people. There's a really good film called It Could Happen to You, I think it was called, with Nicolas Cage and this lovely lady. I never remember the lady's name. I love that film, and it's about these people, this policeman that won the lottery. So I'm not going to tell you what happens. It's really, really good. I like that film. That's the sort of person that I would like to be, like him. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position at the minute to do that. So we've got Joe Mama, hello. I thought you'd got lost and not seen you for ages. How are you? We're stripping down this whole area so we can turn it into a river. Remember what I said, we were going to isolate create an island for our church. So I need resources, so it seems sensible to do it all. What time is that? Oh! I was trying to look at the time and fell in a hole. I've got to keep... Oh, hang on, I'm drowning. Oh, I didn't realise I was drowning there. I've got so used to having the conduits. I'm like, oh, yeah, whatever. I haven't got conduit up this end. Yeah, not too bad. What's the most likes I've ever had? Oh, I don't know, actually. I had 5 yesterday. I think that was quite good. I think it's going to be about that. It was a really good day yesterday. It's a really good day today. Quite a lot of you all on. Always makes a difference on the streams when there's lots of you on, all chatting, because then you can direct the conversation to what you want it to be about, instead of me trying to think of more conversation. Been very philosophical on here today, I think. I've got 5? Oh, it says 4 on mine. I'll take 5 though. I had 212 subs as well, so I've been really chuffed with that. How many subs do you have? You said you've got quite a lot, I think. Because I can't always look at your profiles. I don't really know how to do it all, and I can't do it while I'm trying to stream, and then I lose you and then I'm gone. So it's a bit tricky. Joe, you need a new chair. That is not a good chair. Chairs should not be making you bleed. Oh, here's another interesting weird fact of the day. Did you know that Roald Dahl had, in case you don't know, you know who that is, don't you? Roald Dahl. Tell me if you don't. He had shrapnel in his back, and it would cause him massive pain. So he had this chair when he was writing that he actually ripped out a section of it in the back of it so that it could alleviate the pressure in the way that he wanted it to. So his chair looked really manky and awful for someone who was probably quite wealthy, and because he ripped out a whole chunk of it so that it could help his back better. There you go. Another weird fact of the day. And I seem to know lots of weird rubbishy things. What's my favourite? Oh! About to draw your OC. What does that mean? You're about to draw... What's the OC? I'm really not good on this internet speak thingy. I keep trying. I can't. I've just useless at it. What's my favourite YouTuber? Okay, so we've been watching Hermitcraft. We have been watching Hermitcraft for over a year and a half on season 7, because my daughter has autism, and then we had to watch every YouTuber from Hermitcraft in season 7 in the order that she wanted to watch them, and then she'd go through stages where she wouldn't watch them, and then but we weren't allowed to watch them because she hadn't watched them, so it was getting very confusing. Anyway, yesterday we finally finished it, so we're now on season 8, which is good, finally. But I really like Scar and B-Dubs on there. I think Scar probably more of my favourite, but I like both of them. They're really funny. And I quite like Whip. He's quite good. How did I come across him? Someone mentioned him in a video. I also watch Zoomavoid, although he's from Hermitcraft. I like watching his he does all the snapshot videos for all the stuff that's coming up. We were talking about this yesterday, weren't we? About the new concept for the villagers. So I had to go and watch his video. I had to go and re-watch the end of it yesterday because I had fallen asleep to see, because I was so tired. Then who else? And Silent Whisperer, he does lots of farms. Flamingo? Oh, your original character. Oh, sorry. I know, it's really funny. I haven't got a clue. Oh, you're going to draw it for a thumbnail. Oh, that sounds really good. I'm not very good with people. I can draw. If you, I mean, I'm an artist, so I suppose I can draw. But I cannot do characters. I really struggle with them. I don't know why. I just cannot draw people. I know what I want to do, but I did mine. My goose logo that you see somewhere. Yeah, my goose logo on there. I did that. And then I made it, so I drew it out and then I made it a bit Minecrafty by sort of giving it some edges. So who's this flamingo? What do they do? And I can't say that I'm offended that flamingo is your favourite when you're on my channel. You know, I'm not offended. It's perfectly fine. What do they do anyway? You like pixel art? Did you see my oh, I don't know if you've seen that. I won't take you over there. If you give me a minute, we'll just pop over to, well, I might have a copy of it here actually. Might not have to go over to the thingy. We're going to be doing pixel art in here, but in a slightly different way. I call it map art rather than pixel art. And so I've got this really cool idea of making some maps. I wonder if I might have one in here. I might not. I might have to just pop over to the lighthouse. Oh, it's really annoying when it doesn't tell you what they are. Oh, they're all the new ones. I label them, but they don't always come up. Oh, I'll just fly over there, otherwise we'll just be here forever trying to look through. Where did I put the wings? In there? Oh, in there. Right. We're going to do a lot more of this for specific reasons. I don't have villagers in here, do I know? So over near my desert, I've got a piece of water that we're reserving to do pixel art on, or map art as I call it. And where is he? Here he is. We made this. Let me see if I can. Have I got any blocks left? No, I haven't got anything. Hang on, let's take it off there. There we go. So we've done all of that. That is a famous person called Henry Blogg. He's a famous lifeboatman from this area. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the colours quite right, but I'm learning more about the different colours that are available in Minecraft. So that took quite some time to create. Oh, I put it in the wrong place. I'll put it back. So we've done that, and we're going to do others as well. I've got some big ideas. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Oh, Roblox. Oh, I'll have to tell Mook about them. Yeah, we're going to do a whole bunch. I'm not going to tell you all the ideas because I have all of these different ideas and I can't tell you. So I've literally got about 1,000 years worth of different ideas. So I need to trying to keep busy so I can actually do them and get quicker. There's just too many things that I want to do that I can't do. So I've come up with some other ideas to do, but I've been practicing in creative to understand the colorations better, because what a lot of people don't realise is that the colours that you see are not the colours that you get. And so when you're doing pixel art, if you're doing it so that you place down the blocks and then you look at it, that's fine, because you can use all of the different blocks and see them as they are, create the textures, etc., and then it will show you. But if you're doing it on a map, quite often the colours are actually different. So there's one block, like mycelium, that actually comes up really purple, a pinky purple on the map. So it's not the colour that you see it when you place down the block. It's the colour that it reveals itself on the map. And there's another one that's quite, I think it's a light colour, but it comes up as black. And there's also a lot of colours that are not available, or a lot of colours that are duplicated. So you think you could use some tonal qualities, but actually you can't. So I'm doing a sort of an experiment in creative, so I can really understand the different colours and not textures, the different tones that we can use in the map art. Hello, stop going in the hole, it's annoying. Hang on, I think I've written something. Let me just collect these blocks, because those are drown. I used to drown in one block of water. Don't ask me how. Water terrified me. That's another thing that would have been hilariously funny if I had to put it on. I used to put lily pads, and this is not a lie. I used to put lily pads on the farms because I could drown in the water in a farm. You know, in the villages. There's just like one row of water. And yet I would fall in somehow, and then I'd panic, and I must have put myself in sort of laying mode, and then I'd drown, and then I'd like keep slipping over and just continuously drown. I don't know how I would do it, but I did. Yeah, what have you in? 100? I've been streaming for 100 minutes. Oh yeah, I did quite a few yesterday. There's a website that helps with map art. Yeah, I see. I don't like that. It's great for people that want to do it, but I do mine in Photoshop, and then I change it all. I'm going to do a YouTube video on the process to help other people that want to do it, but I've got to remember how I do it. Because it's quite technical, and I need to write it down to remind myself how I did it. So basically, you can go into Photoshop. Then you can actually change how many colours the piece of art that you're doing has. So if you're using a photograph, for example, instead of having 600 colours of tonal qualities, you can tell it that you want it to have, say, 20 colours. And then what you can do is change those. You can actually set a palette up, so I can choose the colours in Minecraft, and then I can take a screenshot and then use the eyedropper tool to select those colours, and then it will use those colours to change your art to say those 20, and then you can then set it up with a grid so that you can see the, is it 128, is it in the map? I can't remember now. Every single block, basically, every pixel, and then you can figure it out. It's a long process, but it means that you can do whatever you want to do. That's more sheep. That's more than one sheep. Bad. You're a bad dog. It's just mean. Yes, we do that. Yeah, you can share it on here if you want to. I don't mind. I've seen some. There was a guy, I don't actually know what his stream was called, but I'd seen it on there. Maybe you could find it with the information I give you. He recreated the Mona Lisa, I think it was, allegedly for his art homework, in a hardcore world. And if you look, when he does it, he has some kind of not a filter, what's the word called that they use? What do they use in Java? Mods, some kind of mod, that's it, that actually told him where to place each different colour block. It was really clever. It was like an overlay. I have no idea what it was, because to me that would be classed as cheating, and I'm not condoning what that person has done, or if someone else chooses to do it. For me, it would be cheating. I'm very strict with quite a lot of things that I do. I feel I have to really, you know, fight and struggle for what I do, and I have to do it. I get a better sense of achievement, I suppose, if I do it in the way that I want to do it. But yeah, so if you look up, I think he said it was like the Mona Lisa for his homework or something like for art homework. That was really clever. And then he used this mod, so that might help you as well. I'm sorry we have to keep collecting the blocks, but we want them. I'm not wasting all of my blocks. It takes so long to collect them. Why anyone doesn't want them, I don't know. Let's just get rid of all of this and we can... Oh, why, Goose? Why do you have to go in the water? Strip this piece out. Oh, we can take all this out now, can't we? I'm going to have to go at 10 o'clock. I'm hoping that the weather is going to calm itself down, because otherwise I don't know what will happen with my boys thingy. Yeah, maybe later. I have to come off at 10, but sometimes I come back on later. Sometimes I'll stream a couple of times a day because I can't do the big streams like the big YouTubers. But I might be back on later. Thanks for popping along. It's lovely to speak with you. Plebs, maybe if you could share the link to the thingy below, then Susan could come and pick it up later. Oh, my inventory's full again. I think these ones full now. Doesn't help I'm not doing it properly, does it? Let's take these ones out and make another dirt box. Right, that one is just dirt. I've got two more empty ones there. This one was dirt? No. This one? That one's just dirt. Link has been provided. Okay. Where did you put it? I can't see anything. I like the cool sunglasses. I can't see where the linky thing is. No, that's technical terms. The linky thing. Oh, it's nearly dark again. I'm sure that there's just more night time. Where do we go? Oh, here. Oh, this heap of messes. That's where we were. Well, I think we've done quite well. We've cleared out a bit more than what I thought we would. It's definitely more helpful with the beacon, isn't it? We're going to need to get ourselves some more beacons. We are going to do a nether run at some point. I need to get a lot of blaze rods. I was debating whether to go in the end or go to the nether. But you can make blaze rods, can't you, from the... No. You can make end rods from the blazes. Oh, why am I so hungry? Yeah, we need loads of end rods. We've got quite a few projects in both of the lifeboat shed and the other one, the conservatory, that do not have enough end rods. Hi. I don't want to play with you. Thank you. Going to have a bit of a problem here. They want to kill me again. No, there's a lot that want to kill me. I don't want them to kill me. Oh, we've got zombie villagers. We've got everybody. No, don't you blow up my stuff. I think I'm going to go to sleep. These guys are mean and horrid. I'm leaving. I don't want to play with these guys. What happened? I kind of went into like a swim mode. I'm not wearing my elytra. No idea how I did whatever it was I just did. What? There must be something there because I keep leaving the place and then I can't ever sleep. Stop putting blocks down here that I don't want. I've got 14 minutes. And then I have to go. And then I might come back later. Well, I think you can see that we've made a bit of progress. So that's good. I've got to get those trees down. Right. It's definitely better doing this from the top than trying to do it from the underneath. The only reason I was doing it underneath is because I wanted the stone and we just happened to be in that area. But we've got a bit more of a plan now, so... I didn't really know how much I wanted to cut out either. Whereas now I've got a better idea. Yeah, they have made some good progress, haven't we? I really do with a bucket and get rid of these bubbles. At least it's not quite as annoying as it used to be. Again, you see, this is another thing where it was really funny. When my daughter first played, she got bubbles on her, but it used to be right in front of the screen, like it is with some of the other ones, like it is with this the haste, but it was much more prominent, and it absolutely freaked her out, and she wouldn't play on the game until we could fix it. But we got there eventually and discovered it. Originally you had to sort of keep it for such a long time, about 90 minutes I think. How long have we got left on there? Yeah, 35 minutes still, but of playtime. I think what we did was we trapped her somewhere so that it could just run the time out, was what we ended up doing, because we didn't understand about using milk or anything like that. But oh, you're back. You keep saying that you're leaving and then you keep coming back, which is lovely. It's just funny. So have you all fought the Wither then? That was quite a challenge. I did keep that. I kept that one back because when I knew I wanted to do the YouTube videos, I thought that would be a really good one to put on. So I never fought the Wither, even in creative. I never spawned one or anything because I wanted the whole process to be realistic on the video. I think we did do quite a good job, but I did use an enchanted golden apple, so I don't know. I thought if I'm ever going to use one, that had to be the time to use it, and then you get the enchantment as well, but that was my only enchanted golden apple that I found, so we have to find another one. Why have I got loads of blocks over there I haven't collected? I thought I collected all of them. Apparently not. You haven't beat the Ender Dragon without cheating. It is hard. I have managed to do it, obviously, because I've been in the end. I've only done it the once though. Why is the inventory full again? I take a lot of potions to help, regen especially. But like I said, I've got that really annoying thing where I can't do cheating. It just drives me crazy. Oh, hang on, we're carrying extra items. That doesn't help. Put that in there and then take the wings off. Okay, I wanted to go down there. You played it when you were really young? Yeah, my boy started when he was 6 and he would have had it from about the age of 4, but I thought it was a bad game and I thought it was like a Fortnite kind of game. It was like a shooty, kill them kind of thing. And it was only at the start of COVID when I actually started to get, this is when I first started to get really poorly with migraines. So I was struggling with migraines really badly every day for nearly 4 years. We're getting better, but not quite there yet. I've been sick for a whole year. Oh, you've got long COVID? Oh, you poor thing. That's not fun, is it? Mine's just down to stress, apparently. But I was having... The migraines were being triggered by 2 of my medications, which I have for my asthma and my allergies. I finally managed to resolve some of my allergy issues. So I have really bad allergies to the most stupid things. And so we're finally getting to the bottom of that. So I was able to come off 2 of my medications, which have helped. Then I discovered that I had a severe vitamin D deficiency, which I didn't realise could make you so ill. So to be classed as severe, you have to be down to 25, and I'd gone down to 17. And that's when I came off doing the streams because I'd got to the point I could barely function. Can't express how important sunlight is to you, especially to those that are gaming. Because I'm quite isolated, I often didn't leave the house because my daughter didn't leave the house. So, or I couldn't leave her for any length of time. She goes outside and gets loads of fresh air and stuff, so she is not in danger because she uses the swing every day for hours on end. But I would just be trapped in the house, not able to do anything. So anyway, I'm trying to look after myself more and make myself better. I'm getting there, but I'm still having cognition issues, which could still be down to the vitamin D deficiency, which has now righted itself, but we're not sure. So, and I do still get problems with my, like at the minute, half of my face is numb. It's really uncomfortable, and I get an annoying sensation on my head. So trying to sort all of that out. But I've got the neurologist hopefully this time on the 17th. But we've had a lot of strikes here and I keep catching them with my appointments. But I hope you get better soon. I'll tell you one of the things that could help you. I don't know if you've seen a report on it. It's a study on singing with long COVID. And actually... I was quite not amazed by it. It was quite interesting because I have asthma. Oh, see you later, plebs. I have asthma, and one of the ways that I control my asthma is through singing. And because my husband used to help me to keep me calm if I was having an asthma attack. And because he's not here now, my children don't know how to help. I had to try to learn to strategize, and one of the things that I found was by singing, it really helps me to focus on my breathing in the correct way. So have a look at that. they were doing a study in it. I don't know if you like singing, but regardless of whether you like singing or not, see, I do sing, so I've got an advantage. But it's all about practicing breathing in a different way and using your diaphragm to help you. That might be of interest to you. I hope you can get yourself better. It's not, I've heard it's not fun. Can I just get in the hole? Thank you. It's not nice for people that have it. Oh, we're doing well. Still got a long way to go, but we're doing well. My aim is to try and get down to sea level before we sort of move on again for this whole section. And then we'll have a really good idea. Yeah, I've made a lot. Actually, I'm really chuffed. I didn't think we'd get quite as much of this done, but the beacon really does make a difference. At first I wasn't sure because when I did it, I went, oh, we can come back down another layer. I've stripped all that off. Yeah, I wasn't sure because I was doing it in the mines underneath. So I wasn't really making any progress. I didn't really see that the beacon made that much difference. So I specifically wanted to try it in the, you know, at the top with the stone to see what kind of difference it makes, and it really does make a difference. Left again. Yeah, I've got to go in 2 minutes, so I'll just finish off this little bit and then I'm going to go. I've got to hope that this thing's going ahead for my little boy. I hope so, because I've been waiting a couple of months for this. And then I'll tell you all about it later, when he knows. Because as we found out, he can hear me. Get off my blocks. They're my blocks. They're not your blocks. How many things? Can you take a little bit more? We're getting back into the stone layer, which is really good, and some andesite. We don't have a lot of andesite, I don't think. Definitely don't have a lot of stone. Only trouble is we don't have very much silk touch, so I'm going to have to spend some time doing something. Ow! To fix up my tools. Yeah, I did 3 hours yesterday. I used to do 4 or 5 hours at a time, but then I kept getting poorly. So I had to, that's when I came off. So hopefully we'll get back up to doing the full amounts, but it does depend on the children. But that's, yeah, I've got like 1 minute to go, so I'm going to come off. So thank you ever so much for everyone that's been along. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the chat. It's been really good, really interesting, and I might be back later, I might not be, as per normal. I'll see what we can do, but oh, there's an eye. But for now I'm going to toddle off. I'll see you all later.